This secret little product will help you create better paint jobs on your models. Let me show you what it is and how it works. Well, this really is a pot of glorious helpfulness, an art product, possibly foreign to many of us in the world of scale model making. I know of it because both of my parents were artists, but it does allow us to do some really special things if we use it in the right way. It's often called masking fluid as well as drawing gum. I'm going to show you how it works in this video and how to clean your brushes afterwards. A real important one if you don't want to waste a top load of money. The very first rule to remember with these products is to mix them thoroughly before use. Realise these things have been sitting on a shelf in a shop or a warehouse long before they got to you. Now in this example, this drawing gum is blue, but I've also seen masking fluid in a cream colour as well. It's the same product basically in the same sort of container, and it does the same job. Don't be put off, and you need to experiment with these things. And as always, as I always say, don't use your best model to give it a go first. Experiment on something that really doesn't hold a lot of value for you. You can even experiment with this one on a bit of paper or cardboard. So what does it do? Well, here, as in all the best TV programs, some that I've applied earlier, it's still curing, and you can see the blue fluid there on this model restaurant car and also on the window of this model coach. The reason for this is that you can use this stuff to protect an area that you want to avoid painting. So if you're not confident with dismantling your model and removing glazing, such as this coach or the restaurant car here, you can use this drawing gum to protect the surface from the final painting coat. And you think, well, that's all very well, but how the hell do I get it off? Well, I'll show you a tip for that as well, coming up right shortly. And I'll also show you how to clean your paintbrush. You must not use your best paintbrush for this. This stuff will destroy a paintbrush if you give it the chance to. So let's now assume that having applied some masking fluid to the lower part of the body here, we want to create a different effect. Let's assume now that we want to apply a little bit of weathering to the lower area of this coach. Well, we can use our masking fluid once again. It's very easy. Having thoroughly mixed up the product, of course, we're just going to create an area now where we're just painting a line, and that's all it needs to be. Just wait for the truck to go by, the masking fluid will dry. We can then apply our weathering, our rust or whatever detail we want to the area inside the boundary of the masking fluid. We could do the same thing to a model bus or to a model coach. So a quick swap over later, and let's assume that one panel on this bus or coach has been subject to a local repair. We'll pick this one. I'll just put in my masking fluid there, and perhaps there as well, over the decal, no problem at all, not a problem. That area there is silver, that won't have been affected in the local repair. We paint our fluid on, and so now we're left with this panel, which might have been painted in a slightly different shade of white to the original, because that's all that was available in the local bus depot. And having spent my lifetime in the bus and coach industry, believe you me, that's more common than you might think. So what does all this have in terms of advantage over traditional masking tape? Well, masking tape works very well on straight lines. That's what it's designed for. That's what it does best. It cannot recreate a random shape, as I've just shown you on the model railway car. But there is a way to get around that, and I'll show you how to do it, but it's not as natural. I said at the beginning of this video, please do not use your best brushes. This product really does have a reputation for destroying them. When it comes to cleaning your paintbrush, cold water is the way to go. Please do not use hot water. Hot water will aid in the curing process and dry the product to your brush. Cold water is the way forward, the only way forward. And if you wish, add a little bit of a washing up liquid, or as the Americans call it, a dish soap, to get the best results. But as I said, please do not use your best brush. So purely for the purposes of demonstration now, I flip my rail car, my restaurant car, over to the other side, and I'm going to show you how to recreate the effects of masking fluid if you don't actually have it, and all you have to work with is low-tack model making masking tape. So all I've done here is to lay on a couple of layers of the masking tape, and now I'm going to take my scalpel or my craft knife and I'll just carve a shape that's appropriate to what I want to recreate. And of course this works, but it doesn't give us the random flow of the masking fluid. Having made my cut, I peel back the masking tape and the results are revealed. Now of course, with several layers of masking tape applied, you can make your cut as simple or as complex as you wish it to be, but it really doesn't have the natural flow of the masking fluid or drawing gum. And that's the whole point of this video, and that's why I want you to be aware of this product. Now when it comes to removing our masking fluid once it's dried, by far and away the best weapon of choice is the cocktail stick. So let's have a look. And this is an example that I applied earlier in the video, and you can see that the cocktail stick is scraping away the fluid, and now it's dried you can actually see that it's a rubberized sort of solution, and it's really easy to remove. We're not damaging the bodywork of the restaurant car or the rail car or whatever else it may be. We're just teasing it away and getting the desired results. So now let's move to our final example. This is the last example I showed you of masking fluid, and I applied it in a loop around the bodywork of the restaurant car here, and I may have gone over the line a little bit, but it doesn't matter. And I've deliberately chosen a colour that is very much different from the main body colour of the car to show you how masking fluid can help in your world of scale model making. Kind of hope it's dry now, but we'll see. It's always nervy doing these things on camera, and if I have gone over the line a little bit, well, so be it. But you can see once again, with the aid of a cocktail stick, the product does give way. I'm going to finish this off camera and show you the final result. Well, there we are. And as I said in the previous video, weathering is a matter of taste, isn't it? And how far do you want to go with it? But you can see the result. And as I said, I've deliberately used a colour very different to the main body colour just for demonstration purposes. But if you want to apply some rust to your model railway items, or indeed if you want to represent a local repair to a model bus or a model coach, which was very common back in the day, then masking fluid, or drawing gum as it's otherwise known, really is a great product. It doesn't come cheap, but what it does give you is a massive degree of versatility over traditional model making masking tape, and that's the whole purpose of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have liked this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are free on YouTube, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at St Blazing Model World. I've been Roger. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.